President Mwai Kibaki, Your Excellency President Yima Wool Giores, honorable participants from around the world, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and a privilege to meet you here in Nairobi, Kenya, for this prestigious occasion of the Global Peace Convention 2010. Thank you for your participation and continued commitment to the noble cause of peace. I especially want to express my sincere appreciation to His Excellency, President Mwai Kibaki, our great patron for this convention, for his statesmanship as a promoter of peace and prosperity on this continent of Africa. Let us all recognize the leadership of His Excellency. And thank you to our Right Honorable Prime Minister, who has stood by the side of His Excellency in showing tremendous statesmanship in setting a leadership precedent for not only Kenya, but the entire continent of Africa. Could we give him a round of applause? And of course, the Right Honorable Vice President, who has also shown tremendous leadership in this nation of Kenya. Could we also give him a round of applause? And thank you, Dr. Emmanuel Chandaria, for your extraordinary leadership. As our co-chairman of this Global Peace Convention, along with co-chairman Sir James Manchin, founding president of the Republic of Seychelles, here today. Could we give them a round of applause? I want to also express my gratitude as well to the Archbishop, Dr. Eliud Wawakala of the Anglican Church of Kenya, Bishop Dr. Joseph Metu, National Chairman for the Federation of Evangelical and Indigenous Christian Churches of Kenya, the Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims, the Hindu Council of Kenya, and other religious leaders for convening the vital interfaith tracks of this convention. Could we give all of them a round of applause? I also want to appreciate the members of the Global Peace Festival's Global Leadership Council, as well as the Global Peace Convention Organizing Committee, and the many volunteers who did so much to welcome us here today. Could we give all of them a round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, this is an auspicious moment for Kenya and for Africa. The launch of Kenya's new constitution by President Mwai Kibaki and the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga at Uhuru Park marks a significant milestone in the transformation of this key nation, especially given the discord experienced after the 2008 presidential elections. It suggests that Kenyans are a people of principles and values who are willing to break away from Africa's historic struggle with corruption, conflict, and poverty, and create a new precedent for the continent. More importantly, it signals a new birth of hope, reconciliation, and self-determination, not only here in Kenya, but across the vast continent of Africa, as Africans take charge over their own destinies. The Global Peace Convention 2010 is being convened here in Nairobi as a culmination of a significant series of regional Global Peace Festivals held around the world. From the Global Peace Festival South Asia, hosted in Kathmandu, Nepal, to the Global Peace Festival Asia Pacific, held in Jakarta, Indonesia, and on to the Global Peace Festival Latin America in Asunción, Paraguay. These festivals have stimulated the imagination and the energy of people in the most dynamic regions around the globe to lead the peace process, as well as initiate innovative paths to prosperity and development. I am glad to report that each of these initiatives have generated local and regional ownership, in addition to collaborative action motivated by the transformative vision of one family under God. The build-up to this convention also included an important global peace leadership conference in Korea, examining key critical issues of peace and sustainable balanced development. It considered the benefits and the challenges of the Semar-Undong model that helped uplift South Korea from the devastation of war and poverty into an economic powerhouse and a member of the G20 in less than 60 years. This conference was especially meaningful in that it took place prior to the historic G20 summit held in Seoul, Korea, where the issues of global development and poverty were discussed, thus properly framing the issues of development in the developing world. As this momentum builds from Asia to the Americas and on to the African continent, the Kenya finale, with a threefold impact of International Young Leaders Summit, the Global Peace Festival Africa, and the Global Peace Convention 2010, can serve as a clarion call that building a world of everlasting peace and prosperity can be achievable through our common commitment to substantiate the vision of one family under God. Thank you very much. The convention theme is one family under God, conflict resolution, peace, and development. Our proceedings here are unique in that we deliberate on concrete approaches to critical issues through the lens of a common spiritual vision rooted in universal principles and values. In essence, we recognize that solutions ultimately must address root causes and thus must include the intrinsic spiritual dimension of the human experience. It is therefore important to note that this convention is not looking to find a narrow answer to only one dimension of the peace and development process, but to find a holistic solution, bringing all sectors and stakeholders to the proverbial table to be the owners of peace and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, all around the globe, nations in the Southern Hemisphere, like Kenya, are undergoing dramatic change with pivotal challenges as well as significant opportunities. Unlike their northern neighbors, who have been mired in a global recession, they are relatively unscathed. With the unlimited potential of untapped natural and human resources, as well as the possibilities of new emerging markets, the Southern Hemisphere shows the greatest promise of growth and vitality in the global economy. As a result, the established Western models of development, which in the past have been unquestioned, are losing their relevance as the world looks to new approaches to development and prosperity. We have reached an inflection point in history, where the circumstances of today are ripe for a paradigm shift of major proportions that could positively or negatively affect this century. As a man of faith, I cannot but feel the hand of divine providence guiding these developments. At the same time, I feel the urgency for a new generation of global leaders to make their mark in history. I submit to you that the deciding factor at such times is moral and innovative leadership on every level. What do I mean by moral and innovative leadership? First, it has to promote a greater good that can benefit not only the individual, but the larger society, nation, and world. This is a needed moral orientation of leadership. It must be guided by a common vision or aspiration and be rooted in irrevocable universal principles and values that have the breadth and the depth to encompass the diversity of the human family. Secondly, it has to harness mankind's natural creative need to advance and develop the human condition. This is the innovative aspect of leadership. In every culture, extraordinary men and women have propelled humanity forward in the fields of philosophy, ethics, sciences, athletics, and the arts by freely exercising their God-given talents, even to the point of challenging existing paradigms. Surmounting religious, societal, and legal constraints of their time, such innovators brought greater advances and freedoms to the modern world. Ladies and gentlemen, rapid scientific advances continue to shrink our globe with dramatic improvements in travel, communications, and exchange of knowledge and information. In the past, distance and time were the physical impediments which isolated and separated the human race. However, they are no longer impediments. Science and technology have removed the physical barriers, but have not removed the racial, religious, national, tribal, or ethnic pretensions, which are still the sources of ongoing conflicts around the world. The transformative power of the vision to create one family under God is found in the fundamental truth that all people, regardless of race, religion, nationality, tribe, or ethnicity, are spiritual beings who share a common heritage in one God or Creator. As Victor Hugo has said, more powerful than an invading army is an idea whose time has come. Around the world, our global peace festivals have demonstrated that peoples of widely diverse backgrounds are ready to embrace this vision and commit themselves to engaging, working, and living as one global family. Thank you.